So yeah, thank you all for joining. So for today, first session of our demo. Okay. So here today we are here to discuss about SAP FICO. So before discussing, entering into the topic, let me introduce myself. So myself, Anjaneyulu. So I'm having almost 13 plus years of experience. So here I'm working with the different sectors like manufacturing, services, and trading. So I have involved in different kind of projects like implementation, rollout, support, and enhancement, and different. From the scratch also. So all so here we can discuss about all the scenarios which is going to applicable for all the kinds of projects. Okay. So yeah, so here let's discuss about the total, what and all we are going to cover in the SAP training session. Entire these sessions. Okay. So this is what brief about me. So we can enter into our topics which we are going to discuss in daily. Okay. So let me share you first. See, here we are here to discuss and learn about the SAP. So before entering to the subject, there are prerequisites where we need to understand, and these are the basic things where we need to learn it. So based on that, on top of that, we can build all the SAP customized settings and some kind of enhancement, like some data upload tools also we can see that in the end of the course. See, if we have a time to discuss about it, and we can continue with the some kind of enhancements also. Okay. So before moving into the topic, so first we need to learn why this SAP needs. Okay. So this SAP is required to record a business transaction. Okay. So why we need to record a business transaction? How and what is the necessity of the business transaction? So to record that business transaction, there will be one prerequisite. So what is that prerequisite? So that is nothing but customer need. So every human being, they will have some desires and wishes where they want to fulfill, and they see, for example, everybody will expect something to buy or sell for themselves. Okay. So this is what buying and selling, it's a concept of business. So this is started from the human needs. Okay. So this this buying and selling, this business transaction needs to be recorded. So in older days, they used to record it some books uh, like a tally and other ERPs. So nowadays, in modern days, see, there are multiple ERPs emerged into market. So what is that ERP? Okay. ERP stands for Enterprises Resource Planning. Okay. So what is this enterprises? Enterprises is nothing but a business organization. So as we discussed, every need will be, every human will be having some needs or requirements. So to fulfill that, somebody needs to buy or sell the goods to the people. So in this in this scenario, we required one organization. So that is what called business organization. So they can sell or buy the transactions using, under the business organization. So what is this business organization? Business organization is nothing but where some management will organize the goods selling and buying to the peoples. Okay, so for this we need to configure all the enterprise structure, and we need to build some SAP organization structure. So this structure needs to be defined under SAP. So this is what the business, or we can call it as enterprises. Okay, so R stands for resource. So this can be called as 5M concept. So resource means men, money, material, and machine and marketing. So see, we have configured, let's assume if we built a business organization. Under business organization, can we achieve this buying and selling without having this 5Ms? No, we cannot do our business transactions with all these 5Ms. Okay, so the basic thing to organize any business, the money is mandatory. Okay. In the similar way, the people who are working under the business organization also, it's a mandatory. Okay. So with these two M's, we can't run our business. So there should be something like called like material, which will fulfill the human needs. So it is also one more requirement. So after getting all these three M's, again, one more, machine and marketing. See, machine is required to sorry, to prepare that material and to manufacture that material. This machinery is required. So once after we built any product using this money, men, and material with help of many machine, this product needs to be sold out to market. So in the process of selling of the product, we need help of marketing team. Okay, again, this marketing team also will be incorporated with the people. So this is also one more combinations of marketing with the business organization people. So like this, we will have different combinations of this all 5Ms. Okay, using this 5, we can run our business organization. Okay, so this is just briefing again. So we have created our organization, and we have recruited our resource, and we are ready to prepare a product, and we are ready to market it. Okay, again, the next thing is planning. So for that planning, why and how we can use this all 5Ms in the well planned manner. Okay, so without organizing any product, or in the process, without having a good organization, so we are going to not get any profits. So to get the profits, this planning and utilization is mandatory. So in this planning phase, we are going to plan how we are going to utilize all these 5Ms. Okay, so this is what called ERP. Okay, so enterprise resource planning. This is the first thing where we need to remember once we enter into this accounting terminology. Okay, so here in SAP, not in SAP, in the ERP market, we are having different kind of applications. Okay, like Oracle, which is going to deal with financial applications only, and Sibyl. So Sibyl is going to deal with the CRM and analytics, which is not, it's not into fully for the financials. And whereas PeopleSoft, so PeopleSoft is purely for the HRM management, and JD Edwards, which is dealing with the manufacturing and finance. Okay, and in the similar way, ban also it is going to dealing with same manufacturing and finance. And Microsoft, which is intended for the small and mid-size, mid-cap businesses with finance and tally as well. So in similar way, SAS SAS is different than SAP. So it is also used for the medical and R&D centers. Okay. So then why this SAP? Okay. SAP. So here we are having the market is going to see in two ways. First one is SAP, and the second scenario would be all these ERPs. Okay. So what is the difference? So here all the ERPs are available, which are available, or specialized ERPs. So they are particular concern about the particular point of the business. But whereas coming for SAP is not specified for any specific like financial. It is only reliable for the finance or CRM or HRM or manufacturing. Okay. SAP is going to facilitate all these functionalities in the market. So this ERP is going to be, this SAP is going to be number one product in the ERP environment. Okay. So here we can see almost in the ERP environment, SAP holding 50% of users. Okay. The all other ERPs are having 50%. So here we can discuss one more thing likely to be said that, so we are almost holding 50% of the market. So here we are having as a SAP FICO consultant, we are having almost 100% job security where we can get with the help of SAP. So for that, just we need to, what we need to do, we need to learn it in well planned manner, and we need to dedicate for some time for this SAP FICO. So based on that, we can get good knowledge. And see here, anyhow, we have one prerequisite. We are having almost 50% of the market hold, other than compared with other ERPs. Okay. So here we will have the opportunities almost 100% compared with other ERPs. So this is one of the major advantage with the SAP. So why this SAP is greater than all these ERPs and why it is holding 50% of the market? So see, all these ERPs are specialized for one to another business applications, but SAP, it's all together. SAP is going to cover all these business okay segments. Okay. So this is why SAP is going to hold almost all 50% of the market, so that we can get more job opportunities with help of SAP. So that to be in that SAP also, SAP FICO, it's a major portion. So let me show you one of the so here we are having how this SAP FICO is going to integrate with other modules. Okay. So SAP FICO, see here we are having different kind of integrations. Okay. So here this is main thing where we are discussing ERP. Okay. So for this ERP, there should be some database which is called SAP. Okay. So with the SAP, how the integration, see all are called as submodules. So in these submodules, the major part, the finance. So all these services, purchases and product planning and MRP, HR also, all things will be integrated with finance. Okay. So this is the major part, and we are having almost, compared to other submodules, we will have almost 80% of job getting chances on job security as well. So the major, as in ERP market, SAP is holding 50%. In the similar way, finance is going to hold almost 60 to 70% of the market, if we compare with other submodules. Okay. As we have already discussed, enterprise resource planning. So it's a enterprise is nothing but business organization, and whereas resource, it's a money, material and manpower and machinery and market methods. Okay. So planning is nothing but the utilization of the resource in the well planned manner. Okay. So this is what the enterprise structure, definition and discussion. Okay. So what is SAP stands for? SAP stands for Systems Application Programs. Okay. So this is what System Application Program, which is for stands for SAP. Okay. So in SAP, we are having almost 32 submodules. Okay, I have shown you only one sample picture. So we are going to see in details here in this slide. See, here we are having almost different kind of submodules which are going to interlink with FI. Okay, so one of these, see, I have highlighted in red color. These three are particularly belongs to technical. Okay, basis and BW and ABAP. So these modules are fully belongs to the technical, whereas the other, which is marked with the white color, are the functional modules. So warehouse management. So warehouse management is nothing but the logistics management. I mean, the warehouse which is responsible to get the goods into, and which is responsible to send out the goods. So it is material management and in the well organized way. The CO is nothing but the management accounting. So which is quite opposite to the FI. So FI and CO are going to be major integrated submodules. Sorry, modules. Okay. So whereas the CO is dealing with the external reporting, FI is going to dealing with internal reporting. Sorry, this is CO is for the internal, and whereas this FI is external. So FI reporting is nothing but where any organization which is registered with the Companies Act needs to be report their financial status based on the fiscal financial year. So to the, let's say for the tax authorities or any external stakeholders, this will be responsible to generate reports and to send out those reports to stakeholders and tax authorities. Whereas CO is fully belongs for the internal purpose. So see, here we have already seen that. So this planning. Okay. What is this planning? Planning is nothing but the utilization in the right manner of these 5 M's. Okay. So what is the use of planning? So planning, when we planned and utilized all this money, material and machinery and market in the proper way, we will get reduce the cost of the enterprise. And with the help of reduction of cost, then the business organization will automatically, by default, it will be run in the profits. So for that we need CO. So this planning and costing and utilization of the resource and all the cost management will be done in the CO. Why? Because we can plan and utilize all the resource, and we will send the report to the management. So management will concentrate on the logistic, what and all business transaction is happening within the business, and they will suggest from their end to reduce the cost, and cost effective will be planned by the management. So CO will be sent reporting to the managers. So based on that, they will try to reduce the cost using this cost management reporting. Okay, this is one thing. And so within to get this all FI and CO relevant data, the major thing, and which is one of the M is material. So this material will needs to be managed in the by the material management team, which is purchasing team. Okay, so here the main linkage will be between this WM and MM. Why? Because this material management team will procure the material, whereas this warehouse management is going to manage that materials, and they are going to receive, and they are responsible to receive the material and dispatch the material. So this is one of the transaction. So is nothing but procurement, right? So this is one way of the getting material to warehouse management. So this is how is going to integrate with warehouse management very closely, whereas we are also responsible to integrate with to post a financial document. So there will be specific configurations which is needs to be maintained by us. And as of now, we are in training session, so there should be few more settings which needs to be maintained from our end, and based on that, actually those settings will be responsible for the guys. But as of now, in the going forward sessions, we are going to configure this some parts, and to get to posted that FI postings. So for that, we need to do some configurations and integrate with FI. Okay, this is one more submodule, and this is PS. PS is nothing but project systems. So project systems is also known as one more management report like CO. Okay, so but in here CO, we will have different cost objects like cost element, cost center, and internal order, and AUC, and different kind of cost objects. Whereas in PO, the same thing can be utilized, but the management of the cost in different way. So here we will have projects, WBS, and networks. So these are also cost objects where we can capture the cost and settle it to the CO cost objects. Okay, this is one more PS integrative point which is going to integrate with FI and CO as well. So to organize, see, in HR, we will have different segments like the HR management who are going to deal with the people management. They are responsible for the, see, here we have already discussed about the 5 M's. So they are going to organize those 5 M's. So some of them are responsible to recruit the people, and some of the people are responsible for the payables and receivables. Okay, in this way, HR also going to be integrate with FI and other parts of the submodule. So the quality management. In the quality management, we are having almost, it is also linked with the and WM. So which is responsible to see the quality of the material which is going to receive to the warehouse, and which is going to dispatch from the warehouse. Okay. So this is also going to be linked with this WM and MM and SD as well. Okay. So the next thing is SD. So sales and distribution, which is nothing but the marketing, see, it will be work behind the marketing team. So what marketing team will do, marketing team will go to the market and they will get the orders. Okay, based on that orders, the warehouse management is responsible to dispatch the goods. So for again, we are going to integrate with this FI. I mean, SD is going to integrate with FI, where we are responsible to collect the receivables of the SD. So this is how this SD and warehouse FI integration is going to discuss. In the similar way, the PP, production and planning. So here it's a relevant for the CO, where this production and planning needs to be maintained. So production and planning fully integrated with the CO to in some kind of manufacturing scenarios. So it's a fully integrated with FI and CO. Okay. So it's a, I mean, major part is going to work with MM and WM and CO. So this is the PO, I mean PP. So these are the major submodules where we are going to integrate on daily basis. Okay. This is what the all modules in the, see, this is not a right statement. Actually, we are having almost 30 plus modules, but the major part we are going to work with on daily basis with this all these three, I mean all these teams. Okay. So coming to our org structure. Okay. So here what we need to do for to achieve all this, I mean, what is this? All processes belongs to ERP. Okay. So that ERP, what this ERP is going to do? Okay. So ERP is going to collect all the facts and figures and will be connected and processed in well mannered or predefined way to get desired expected results. Okay. So here we are defining this ERP for the specific requirement. What is that requirement? So to this all requirement is happening because of customer needs. So for that customer, what we did, we have created our organization and we recruited some resources like money and all. Okay, 5 months, and we planned them and we produced some products. Okay, and we sell them, and to I mean to produce some products, we bought from products from the other organizations, and we produced some products and we sold them to the customer. So till then, one scenario got completed. What is that? We served the customer, which is required for his requirement. Okay. So from there, the actual this ERP emerging into market is done. Okay. So after that, what should we focus? So the one of the discussion part is completed. I mean, customer, he he got the requirement and he is satisfied. After that, what is the next thing? So all these things are happened in the organization. So what organization is going to do? Organization is going to record all these transactions within their organization. So with help of this ERP package. So in that ERP package, what this ERP is going to do? Okay. So what we done from the beginning, we procured something from the other market and we manufactured it and we sell it. Okay. for these three actions, we have did some transactions. And what is that? Those transactions can be called as data. Okay. So how this data is going to process? So see, this is organization where we are integrating with the different parts as we seen in the previous PPT. Okay. So all this needs to be linked one to other, and this data needs to be created to get the next transaction, I mean, which is the final destination will be finance. Okay. So once finance transaction got posted, so all this data where it store, so it called like, let me insert here. Okay. So here we have processed all the data from the scratch. Okay. So then some transaction got generated. So those transactions which are nothing but the data. Data is going to store in tables. Okay. So what is these tables? Tables are nothing but a storage of the data which is processed till now. Okay. So from here, the data will be triggered and it will be shown to the management, or we can get reports for the external reporting. So that is what the data is a collection of facts and figures will be collected and processed in well manner and predefined way to get expected result. So this is what the statement of the end of the transaction. Okay. This is how the data will be processed with help of tables and transactions. So see, in here SAP, the table maintenance is most important. So this part we are going to see in going further classes. Okay. So the next thing is, see, SAP was introduced or emerged into market by the IBM former employees. Okay, in 1972. Okay, so today we are having S4 HANA into market. Okay, so directly have they created with HANA package? No, they also struggled a lot to achieve this S4 HANA. As today we can see, SAP is superpower in the ERP. Why? Because it is having its own cloud database. Own cloud database in HANA. But in S4 HANA, in previous, they were relying on other database like Oracle database. Okay. Oracle database. So if anything is required or any some damage happened from the Oracle side, the entire data is going to collapse. Okay. So as on today, they are they stand by their own feet and they built their own cloud database. So database management is not a problem in HANA. So here we can see R1, R2, R3, HANA and S4 HANA. So among these, R3 is the most successful ERP package. Okay. So here this R1, R2, these all packages are built, but there was no use. But once this R2 emerged into market, it is the most successful, it is become the most successful ERP package. So on top of that, this S4 HANA, when it introduced on 2015, it is become super power in the ERP market. So this is how the SAP come into market. Okay. So today I'm going to show you, okay, some introduction points. Okay. So these are all, as of now we have discussed in the in verbally, but now I'm going to show it in PPT and I'm going to explain. Okay. So what is the purpose of this course? To educate and train SAP finance and controlling in S4HANA 2021, and if required or if we are having a good time, we can see ECC EHP 7 and we can compare both differences between HANA and ECC. Okay. So here use S4HANA platform as basis of training participants and cover ECC aspects where they are the differ. Okay. So as I stated in the previous statement, we can see the difference between HANA and ECC. In similar way, okay, assist participant in sharing consulting skills, not just SAP technical aspects. So we are going to assist you if you stuck anywhere, okay, in the process or creation of the organization structure, we are going to help you and we will support technically. And see here, the areas are going to cover gathering, fit gap analysis, business blueprint, realization and cutover, and sustain and supportability or go live support. Okay. So these are the phases where we are going to see in the real-time real-time environment. So here, first, the first thing we need to gather the requirement from the business. So how your business is going to operate and how these operations are going to happen on daily basis. Okay. So if business is familiar with the standard SAP, we can go with the standard SAP settings. Otherwise, we need to analyze what is the gap between the standard SAP and business process. For that, we need to analyze this gap analysis and we need to develop the custom programs. Okay. So once we all fix for this, there should be business blueprint where we are going to propose solutions to the business. So once business review that BBP and they will approve some settings or they can reject some settings. Okay. Based on that, we are going to prepare all the customizings using any kind of PPT or any template. We need to create all the customizing in the realization plane. There, once realization completes, then we need to do the cutover activities. So once the customization is done, we need to inform or ask business to stop their business transaction before 15 or 1 month. We need to give the notice to the business to stop their day-to-day business transactions. Why? Because we need to finalize all the P&L and balance sheet and trial balance where we need to upload the balances into system. Okay. Once after completion of this cutover activities, the settings which are done by us will be moved to the production. Okay. So once after moving the changes to the production, it is not over. Okay. Again, we need to support for the go live. So once there will be terms and conditions between the there I'll discuss it. Okay. Again, we need to support all the activities which are going to happen in the live environment with the client. Okay. Here we need to discuss one thing. Okay. So how this will be happening, all this process will be happening. Okay. So here consultants will be there. Okay. So again, here we are having business users. Okay. So here consultants are from the implementation partner. Okay. So consultants are nothing but us. So we are working with let's say XX organization, which is a software company. Okay. So the business users who are working for the business. Okay. So they are the end users. Once we move the changes to the production, they are going to use all the settings and business functionalities on daily basis. So we are the consultants who are responsible and employees of the software company who are going to responsible to implement the customizing of the business, and business users who are going to use those customized settings on daily basis. Okay, so here these business users can called as end users. Okay, end users or business users, anything's fine. Okay, again, core team. Okay, so the core team is also nothing but okay, who are these guys also responsible for the business, but they are the top management people who are responsible for the all business transactions. I mean day-to-day transactions like manager level. Okay, so these end user levels are nothing but they are going to enter the data based on the requirement by the business. But this core team, they are the responsible and they are going to define how the business transactions are going to happen. So this is what the total conclusion of this sustain and support. Okay, the support needs to be done by us who are from the software company and to the business end users, not to the core finance. We will get the requirement from the core finance in this process. Okay, so the next thing, what will be covered as a part of this course. Okay, so we are going to introduce key process areas related to process manufacturing setup and in the sales process, business process, and corresponding functions in SAP. Okay, so we are going to try to deliver a full configured end-to-end FI customizing plus perform end user operations as well. So we are going to not only here to configure the organization. Okay, so we are going to configure it and we are going to show how the end user operations are going to perform. Okay, so based on this, we will be aware of all the full end-to-end life cycle of this FICO. Okay, so this training shall cover prepare processing, design document and functional specification for the selected process. So as of now, this statement is okay. So functional spec are not going to cover. We can prepare some documents which are relevant for the business process. So this org structure Excel will be maintained with the all the configurations and business units. Okay, so this will be given to this access will be given for all the participants who are going to continue with this class, and they can access it and they can be familiar with this organization structure. Okay, so here what participants, okay, so this, okay, this can be ignored. Okay, so what roles we can take post successfully completion of this course. So if we learn this with the dedication and interest directly, I mean we can able to achieve like a position of senior consultant. Okay, or any migration consultant or any, I mean team lead, it needs to be have some more experience. Before that, we can at least match our position to senior FICO consultant. Okay, so this typical nature of the work in SAP. So here in SAP we are having different kind of projects. Okay, so here I can show you. Yeah, see here in SAP, we are having implementation project and support project and rollout and enhancement and upgradation. Okay. So these topics we are going forward, we can discuss in detail. Okay. So for this, the implementation in HANA, it can be called greenfield implementation if we are implementing from the scratch. Okay. So whereas if we are already SAP user in ECC and if we are upgrading to HANA, so it can be called as brownfield implementation. Okay. And the other thing is SAP AMS support, which is shown here as support project. Okay. This is support project, which is responsible and dealing with the ticket resolution. So we can discuss what is the ticket and how these resolutions are going to be happen and what is the timeline in going further classes. Okay. So this is it. I mean, the next thing is, so we can discuss the history I have already shown you. Okay. So here we can see, yeah, see, this is one more thing. So here it is presentation layer, and this is application layer, and this is database layer. Okay, what is the difference between this presentation and application and database layer? So this presentation layer is nothing but the end user part, where end user will access all the business functionalities. Okay, this application part is responsible for a consultant who are going to configure all the settings. Okay, so this database layer is nothing but, as I told, this is purely for the table. Okay, where the data is going to store here. Okay, once this end user enter the data, and this for entering this data, the prerequisites are this application layer. Okay, based on this customizing settings, he will use to enter some data, and this data is going to store in this database layer. Okay, so this database layer can be called as tables. Okay, here in SAP. So these tables we are going to see in the next coming classes. Okay, so how this SAP has evaluated and evolution happened from the scratch. Okay, this is all okay, we have already discussed it. And here I wanted to show something like, okay, so this SAP is going to stop their ECC support from by 2030. Okay, by 2030, this ECC is no more in the market. So every SAP user should convert to the SAP HANA database and HANA application. Okay, so this is one thing. And see, these are the tables. Okay, so how these tables emerged from the R1 to HANA. Okay, so this and all is going to discuss in detail in going further class. Okay, so why? Because if I explain about these tables and all, we are going to get confused. So step by step, we are going to define the organized structure and what and all things needs to be discussed in going further. We will discuss, and we can go with the table, how the utilization of the tables as well. Okay, so here we can see SAP scratch implementation. We have already discussed this greenfield, and if it is a migration, it should be brownfield. Okay, and this is how the SAP introduced S/4HANA into market. So I think, yeah, for today it's enough. Okay, so if you have any doubts and concern, please let me know so that I can clarify. So, and one more thing, this course duration would be 3 months, and almost we are going to cover FI, the entire FI part in some of the CO. I mean, like cost element, cost center, and internal order. Up to internal order and AUC also we can continue. So up to here, we are going to see in next classes. Okay. So please, if anybody having any concerns and questions, please feel free to ask, so that we can close this today's session and we can continue tomorrow session. Ready. Yeah, we can provide HANA and ECC both. If whatever I mean, here we are going to discuss about the HANA. So HANA server is going to provide. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So anyone? Anyone having any doubt? Okay. I think it's fine. So yeah, we are going to close this call, and tomorrow we can meet on the same time to discuss further. Okay. Thank you all. Thanks for joining.